Everybody knows the original Dirty Harry. Even if you've never seen it, there's two iconic lines of his that anybody will know. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Will do you, punk. And go ahead, make my day. Only that second one is never spoken in the original movie. Make My Day was actually spoken in the fourth Dirty Harry movie, Sudden Impact. And that's the thing. Due to both not carrying a consistent name across all the movies, and none of the sequels reaching the same heights as the original, some might be surprised to learn that there was actually a total of 5 Dirty Harry movies. And having seen all of them myself, today I'd like to do a quick video ranking how I personally liked each one from worst to best. And spoilers may abound for any given movie, so in case you'd like to check these out for yourself first, you might just want to click off this video and come back another day. Alright, so to start at number 5, with that also being last, I would have to say it goes to The Enforcer, the third one. Though not awful, the movie honestly comes across as a little too obvious in what it's trying to say to the audience. The final scene in particular is just a little too on the nose, and the rest of the movie, though decent, doesn't really offer much to counter that. Even Clint Eastwood appeared to agree, as many felt his performance in this to be the worst of the series. And at number 4, we actually have Magnum Force, the second one. Now I know this might sound a little unusual, as this was said to actually be Clint Eastwood's favorite of the 5, but to me, certain things just came across as a little nonsensical. Sure, it makes for a good action movie, but I always just felt that one or two too many things about it just didn't add up or make sense. And I also felt it would have been better if they had explored the stances of the real villains versus Dirty Harry in a little more detail, so that the lines between good guy and bad guy could have been a little more clearly defined, because in the movie as is, there's really only one scene focusing on that. But again, it still has some pretty good action to make up for these shortcomings. And coming in at number 3 is the Deadpool, the fifth and last one. Though not too well received by critics, I personally enjoyed this slightly lighter take on Dirty Harry. Sure, it doesn't necessarily make for a better movie, but one that is pretty fun to watch. And not to mention, this was the movie that inspired the name of the iconic superhero Deadpool, and for that alone it earns a few points. And also, that scene of them being chased by the remote control car might just be one of the most unique car chases I've ever seen, especially because of how it combines the ridiculousness and tension of it all surprisingly well. It makes for a pretty effective scene, all things considered. Then at number 2, we have Sudden Impact. Now this one was actually pretty tough to call, as this is a much darker and disturbing movie than any of the others. Really, in all honesty, the main reason I ranked it so highly, other than because of Eastwood's iconic line, is mainly because of how psychotic the villain is, and how justified the murderer is in her crimes. I mean, you thought Scorpio was bad? Well, he's a whimpering little kid next to this psychopath. And finally, at number 1, we of course have the original Dirty Harry. Doing an excellent job of playing up his moral ambiguity while also still making it clear that he is indeed a good guy, this movie paved the way for basically a whole new genre of films, the tough cop movie. And really, What else can I say that hasn't been said already? You simply can't beat the classics, no matter how much its sequels may have tried. Okay, that's pretty much everything I had to say on that. So now why don't you tell me? What is your favorite movie in the Dirty Harry series? And how much does your list rank next to mine? Please feel free to let me know in the comments. And as always, you don't have to agree with this video if you don't want to. You can love or hate the movies as you please. Just because you watch this video doesn't mean you have to agree with me. And thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all of it. And I hope to see you all next time.